Hi there, it's Quinn here with PTSD While Black. I um, had a beautiful experience yesterday talking to my mentor. I'm doing this process of looking at learning to accept all aspects of myself, both the good and the bad, and how I've reacted to my world and the ways that I've hurt other people. And we're doing this portion right now with looking at like what are my negative attributes and what have been the payoff from pursuing these attributes. And I don't have my notepad with me, but um, one of the biggest things that I've been pursuing so much in my life is certainty, pocketbook, financial well-being, being okay, um, and love and connection. Those are like two of the biggest needs that I've been trying to fill, and I do them in such bass-backwards ways. But anyway, talking to my mentor helped me to acknowledge, because like one of the things was continuing internalized oppression and upholding white supremacy by not speaking up, by tolerating bullshit from people. And like I realized when I was talking to her and when I was doing this work that a lot of my behaviors have been the result of my best thinking and my best way of accommodating for the challenges that my ancestors had to face in this country. Um, and it's been this process of me owning my feelings about that experience, about what they've gone through and who they had to be um, in order for me to be here today. And so it was like this just deep fucking amazing experience. I was like brought to tears last night because it was just recognizing that my ancestors had to be creative, ingenuitive, sometimes self-seeking, compliant, dishonest, uh, throwing their own people under the bus. They had to somehow do that in order to survive. They either thought that there was a good opportunity in the big house or to run away from the plantation or find ways to kind of sneak through the process and just stick around and just survive. So, like, I was just really thinking of all that my ancestors would have done in order for me to be here, and that I'm repeating some of the same behaviors um, in not so helpful ways. And I don't have it as hard as they did. So it was just like this big acceptance, this big process of accepting me for my behaviors of trying to be secure, to have certainty, or to have more opportunities in my life, and then accepting that my ancestors may have had to do the same things. Instead of, I think, as a Black woman, especially one who doesn't know who she really is, the first thing we go to is like this false pride of, look what they did, without really accepting some of the low level things that they may have done to survive, or complied with in order to survive. And I think it's very interesting because I see a lot of like different arguments in the Black community of, oh, trying to live in the big house with the massa, or you're being too Black, this conflict with each other, instead of accepting that there was this experience that folks did what the fuck they had to do to survive, whether that was to kill the white man, to run off the plantation, continuously run away, to lead rebellions, to connect, or whether it was to comply, to stay in the big house, to, oh God, I love Underground Railroad, the TV show, the mother, the things that she did to try to line up her children for success were like, what the fuck? And so being able to accept and normalize and validate those experiences of my ancestors was a just huge, I can't explain it, awareness, understanding, that's not the word I want. It was beautiful. And what it reminded me of is when I very first, in 2013, was doing studies for to be a certified hypnotherapist. We were doing gestalts, and I believe it was like the first time that I'd ever felt, I want to say, anger. We were doing each of the base emotions. Um, and I didn't understand it at the time, that the vision that I got was a mass of people who were in tattered clothes and felt as if they had no voice, but they were screaming and they were furious, and I didn't know who they were. Um, and just recognizing that that vision that I saw, that I wasn't connected with then, was with the challenges that my ancestors had to have gone through. And so this acceptance and allowing my mentor to see me, allow me to cry and just to feel all of those feelings, was just absolutely beautiful. It was like coming full circle, and still knowing there's more to do. There's more to come. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty just beautiful. It was more, I thought that, oh, I'm just going to be accepting the good and the bad within me, but it was like, through accepting these things within myself, I'm accepting and healing my ancestors. And that was just like, what the fuck? So, anyhow, I just had to share it, get it out while I still remembered it, and I'm going to go feel on it. All right, till next time, peace.